Alright guys, how's it going? Finally got the asp at the end of my last episode, yeah? However, I'm a little bit short of my rebuy cost, so I'm gonna have to find 115,000 from somewhere. I guess it's probably going to be a shield downgrade. We'll have a look at the outfitting to see where I can save the money. There's no way I'm going to head out without being able to cover that rebuy cost, yeah? Now you can fit a size 6 shield, but you only start off with an E5. The easiest way to get some money back is probably just downgrading this shield to something like a, I don't know, a D3 or something. How much is it worth? 63,000? It's not bad. Even selling off this cargo rack, there's another 112,000, yeah? So that's the reason why I bought the ship in the first place, yeah? I knew that even though I was going to be short of my rebuy cost, you can actually make it back from selling stuff and outfitting. Now let's start off with the easy stuff. We'll get rid of the scanner, it's only 1,000, and the cargo rack's only worth 1,002. We'll sell this one as well. Right, let's get rid of this shield generator, and I'm going to sell the cargo rack as well. We'll go to weapons and we're going to sell those. Right, I've now got about 80,000 to spend. We're back in outfitting, and another way to save money, downgrade the power plant from the 5 here. As you can see, I've got more than enough power, obviously because I've got no modules or weapons, yeah? But I'm not going to bother about that right now. I just want to try and get some cargo hold space. I'll do a few slave runs, something like that, and then I'll upgrade the ship. Right now though, yeah, this D2 will do fine. That's got me some more money back. Now let's stick on a size 3. We're going to go with a D3 shield, I think. Yeah, D3 is pretty cheap actually. Let's just go with a size 3 cargo rack as well then. Yeah, those are pretty cheap, so I'm going to go with 2 of these. Right, I'm going to go with the chaff launcher anyway. Right, again, I've still got plenty of money left. Here's a cargo run for 132,000. I'm going to accept that one. Now, I think I'm going to upgrade my distributor. It's the first thing I normally do, yeah, because it's very important to do so, really. That does mean that I need to upgrade my power plant, but that's no problem either. Right, we look fine at this. Right, off we go. This is going to be a bit weird flying the asp again. Especially one that really is bog standard. If anything, I think I've downgraded it from the base spec. Such a great view though. You just love the sound of those engines. Strange how my galaxy-wide bounty's down to 87,000 again. In all honesty though, I'm not entirely sure how it works now. I better be careful in case this Type 7 decides he wants to pirate me. I'm even more of a sitting duck than he is. Yeah, I'm just going to do a couple of these runs, slaves, narcotics, whatever. Just until I've got enough money to get myself, you know, back into the D spec. Right, I'm being interdicted by a sidewinder. He just wants cargo. Wonder if I can ram him. Quite interesting actually. Why is he not firing at me? I just missed him. Right, anyway, let's get on with it. Right, I do need to be a little bit wary now because I'm flying a much slower ship and I'm a much bigger target as well, yeah? And I've got terrible thrusters. As you can see, completely overshot that. Should be okay though. Right, so 132,000 gets me off to a good start. Here's another good one, 193,000 to Umed. Now let's see if I can fit more cargo space, because there may be more. Right, so let's just stick on the 32 capacity rack. I'm still well above my rebuy cost. Back to the bulletin board. This should hopefully have opened up a few more. Here we go. This is an outpost, so I'm going to accept that one too. Penti and Umed. This must be one of the busiest areas of the map in the game. And we're going to head over to Umed first of all, and then over to Penti. Somebody's after me. Just gonna get in time though. Holy crap, what was that? That's this eagle that's trying to catch me, yeah? So I got a 370 credit fine because I got rammed by an eagle who was trying to pirate me. Great.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
193,000. That's going to be good because I'm going to Penti anyway, yeah? So may as well take this one as well for another 105. Now that's pretty good, that's me up to 500,000. These 3 runs that I've done, that's been about 500,000 credits just like that, not even 15 minutes. So now that I've got the spare cash, the no-brainer upgrade of the power distributor. Now sadly they don't appear to have the A4, but I'm going to buy this B4 anyway. Whoops. Right, so easy as you like, 121,000 and another 105,000. That is about 750,000 credits made. You get that lucky with these slave runs? Absolutely fantastic. And if I manage to keep up at this rate, I'll have this thing outfitted to a decent standard in absolutely no time whatsoever. Now here's a smuggler killing mission, but it doesn't pay enough, so I'm not going to bother. Yeah, it's probably not illegal either, because there's a fair chance of them being wanted. So, this looks good though. 165,000 for narcotics to Chuvik. I'm going to be hitting these narcotics pretty hard. In the game, that is. It is Saturday night, however, so you never know. Right, they don't actually have an outfitting station here, so I can't even buy a few guns or something, so hopefully I'll maybe get that at the next station. I don't really want to be trying to ram Sidewinders forever while in this. Right, I'm being interdicted by an eagle. He's dangerous as well. I don't have any weapons though, so I'm just gonna try and avoid it, yeah. Get myself some weapons. Come on! That was ridiculous there. Yeah, it's got to be said I'm getting interdicted quite a lot, actually. I wonder if this is due to my mostly harmless combat rank? Or did I read that you actually get interdicted based on your highest rank, so that would actually be merchant. That might be what it is. 164. Now what's this? Make an example of the traitor. It's pretty cheap, 41,000. I'd be very surprised if he's flying a Python at that. There's another one at 70,000. But again, these are just a little bit out of my range right now. This guy could be flying an Orca. Maybe has a couple of smaller ships as escort. Well, let's take it anyway.
Engines disengaged.
That's quite interesting. The B3 limpet, you can have four hatchbreaker limpets out at the same time. This one's worth having a look at, I think. I'm going to try this one out. Now obviously I also need a collector, yeah, so I'm just going to take a collector as well. I'm going to stick with the B3 for that. Yeah, my ultimate plan will be to double these, I think. Go with 2 collector limpet controllers. Right, I'm going to upgrade to D5 thrusters. They're not cheap, that's for sure. D4 life support. Again, this is just about saving mass, get me a little bit more manoeuvrability than what I've got. I guess I can start thinking about sticking a few weapons on as well, just so that I can, you know, at least shoot at sidewinders and stuff. Also, if I'm going to be pirating, I'm going to need some. Right, again, the Asp's got 4 small hard points and 2 mediums. So let's stick with a tried and trusted gimbal pulse. I'm going to try out burst lasers as well eventually, but right now, this is about getting what I can for the money I've got. They're so cheap, yeah. 35,000. Now let's just go with the cheap gimbaled multi-cannons. I'm going to be flying this a little bit different from what you normally see. Right, again, I'm just going to stick all these weapons onto 1. Hatchbreaker to 1 on fire group 2. Collector to 2. Right, there's a little job going to Tabala. Battle weapons. Right, let's head over to Tabala then. Might get some very small piracy done on the way. Stuff like haulers and type 6s. Gonna take 15 limpets.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
38,000. Right, these are really drying up now. Type 9's going to be too much, I'm pretty sure of that. He's only harmless though. And he's got no shields. I don't have an interdictor. No. Yeah. I won't be partaking of any piracy until I get the fundamentals right, guys, yeah? I mean, look, a harmless Type 9. Who's this coming for me? A Diamondback Explorer. That's going to be an interesting fight. He doesn't appear to have any shields. So I'm actually going to try this one. Just as a test of my Asp's combat prowess. Right, so I'm going to go 4 shields, 1 engines, 1 weapons. I may not actually have the thrusters good enough for this yet though. He's dropping cargo. Domestic appliances, yeah. That's the fastest I've ever seen somebody drop cargo. I forgot just how much firepower the Asp has got though, yeah? Let's see if I can get him to drop some stuff.
Target cargo dropped.
Now I think flying the Asp like this is going to help me a lot with flight assist off as well, because you're going to use it an awful lot more.
Programming limpet drone. Hatchbreaker limpet engaged. No cargo detected.
No cargo left. He was actually extremely easy.
Programming limpet drone. Target destroyed. Cargo scoop deployed. Programming limpet drone.
Now let's use my collectors then. Now this isn't worth much, but I'm gonna take it anyway. I also forgot to fire off more than 1 hatchbreaker there at a time. I can now fire 3 at a time. That's a lot, yeah? Hello, meal ticket. An eagle, huh? Well, I'm just gonna throttle down.
Under attack. Target shields offline. Programming limpet crew. Hatchbreaker limpet engaged. No cargo detected.
Die, bounty hunter.
Target destroyed. Frame shift. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, 129,000. Might as well take this one back to Lessing Hub. Now, one of the good things about the Asp now, when I've got a 64 cargo capacity, I don't really need to sell all this stuff because, I mean, I don't have it right now, I've only got 32, yeah, but when I'm out pirating, I don't feel like the same pressure to sell all this, so I can hold on to this if I want. And there's always a chance of finding a mission in the bulletin board when I get to the next place, so that's what I'm going to do. I mean, if you look at it, it's pretty worthless anyway, so I might as well just eject it if I find something better. Right, so we're heading back to Lessing Hub. Now, I'm going to remember to buy an interdictor once I get here.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
52,000, not an awful lot for these right now, to be honest. Really struggling to get good missions. Right, so I do of course require an interdictor. It's going to help me with a bit of piracy, yeah. I'm going to go with a cheap one right now. That's D1. Yeah, we're getting there. 30k for a black box, might as well accept that one. Right, back to Umed with more slaves. Now, I'm thinking about ditching this F2 pulse laser and actually going with a class 2 gimbaled multi-cannon instead. So I'm going to try that one out. This should help me out a lot with power, especially when firing. I'm just trying out a few things, yeah. The reason I've kept the one laser is basically because I want to be able to take down shields, yeah. Without this one laser, it's going to be really slow taking down shields, but just having the one to do like major damage to shields should, well, we'll see how it works, yeah. Right, Cayley Hub again, we're going back to Umed. I'm doing quite a lot of jumping between these here. I'm starting to wonder though, if I check out what the economy is while I'm pirating, to see what they're carrying, what the ships are carrying, right? So I'm jumping to this agricultural industrial. So let's actually have a look and see.
Frameshift drive charging.
What kind of wares, commodities that my targets are carrying.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful.
62,000. Nice, 126,000. Here's another for 100,000. Just gonna grab all these, keep making the money. Might as well take this one as well. Gonna stick in another cargo rack. Right, I'm gonna head to Perovoy because I've still got this traitor hunt. I doubt I can do it.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
I'm wanted in that system anyway. I would feel a lot more confident if I just had the D5 shield.
Landing gear retracted.
Being stuck with this D3 shield though, I'm certainly not feeling all that confident of, you know, taking a beating with it.
Hull integrity compromised.
Right, so I've got an Imperial Courier interdicting me.
Target shields offline.
keep on finding these domestic appliances. Is this a high tech? Right, I'm gonna check that, or industrial maybe. I keep finding these domestic appliances, yeah, and it's industrial. So let's keep an eye out for that, yeah, industrial, because this is what you would expect to find, isn't it? Adrian Bradbury. Right, so here's my mission target. He's only flying an Eagle. So I try to interdict him and I get interdicted. I'm trying to escape this interdiction. Right, appears to be in a wing of 2 Eagles. I'm going to take this guy out and collect the money. He's obviously very close to the orbital though. Whoa.
Engage.
Sadly, I ran out of time.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
127,000, pretty good. Now what's this? 175, and another one going to the same place for 140,000. Nice. Yeah, I'm carrying a bunch of stuff, but I'm not really getting the missions for it. By the looks of things though, we're going to be heading back to Cayley Hub. I'm just going to sell this off now because I'm carrying quite a lot. I'm going to keep one of these rare artworks, so I'm just going to take 10 limpets with me.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
141,000 and 175,000. Over 300,000 for 2 slave runs. It's unbelievable, really. Let's take this one for wine then. And there's one below it as well. Tantalum. Don't really see that very much. I guess though, if you think about it, what I was talking about going to the systems, for example, I should be maybe heading towards a refinery economy, yeah, for tantalum. And if I wanted wine, I would be more likely to find it in agricultural. I'm going to put that to the test. First of all though, I'm going to upgrade this 32 capacity to a 64. It's quite expensive, but I've got enough. Right, so this will be my final job for this episode. I'm going to stock up in plenty of limpets. Let's go with 30. I've got 61 cargo, that's pretty good, yeah? Pretty sure it's more than that, but I'm carrying rare artwork, battle weapons, slaves and stuff. So let's head to Chuvik. Now, Chuvik is a refinery extraction, so maybe a chance of tantalum here as well? I'm gonna interdict this hauler. A Type 7. Right, let's go for the Type 7. I'm always upgrading my targets, yeah. You just can't help it. When you see a Type 7, you're like, yeah, this is what you want. He's just a novice. He's got shields though. Could this be the big score?
Hull integrity compromised.
We're gonna target the power plant.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Programming limpet crew.
Just gonna siphon it off him.
Programming limpet.
Now, I do actually have 4 limpets I can fire.
Limpet expired.
Ah, that's weird though. I guess you can only do one at a time,
Limpet engaged.
no matter what. That's kind of dubious worth then, yeah? Is it not?
Target shields online. Target shields offline. Target cargo dropped. Programming limpet crew.
Oh, slaves.
Breaker limpet engaged. Programming limpet crew. Cargo scoop deployed. Target cargo dropped. Target shields online. Target shields offline. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Yeah, I'm pirating this guy, and I'm still acquiring cargo, yeah?
Hatchbreaker limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone.
So maybe it can be done, you just need to have the right ship, yeah?
Target shields online. Hatchbreaker limpet expired. Target cargo dropped.
Ah!
Target shields offline.
Got a little bit hasty,
Target destroyed.
but still, look at all this! Okay, toxic waste is horrible, don't want that, but still, all those Imperial slaves, indium as well, nice. Right, that sort of worked there. I just decided basically to launch all my limpets, let them go collect, with my shields up. Type 7 is really easy to pirate, yeah? I need to be careful, this toxic waste isn't good. Of course you can't actually ditch it right now, because that will just pick it all up again. Unless I fire at it. Not quite sure why I can't blow this up. I guess the smart thing to do is just let it go ahead and pick it up, yeah? And I'll jettison it right at the very end. Got a bunch of slaves also. Got to be happy with that. Right, that's why I didn't want the toxic thing, yeah? Because it's damaging my life support. Down to 98%. It's not too much. But that's why you don't really want to pick up the toxic stuff. Right, that's me got what I want, so what I'm going to do now is close my cargo hatch, and I'm going to jettison all that toxic waste.
Frameshift drive charging.
There you go. Yeah, that felt really good, the way that I was able to really grab a bunch of cargo, or get a bunch of cargo out of them, get the limpets going. Yeah, the limpets were collecting the cargo while I was actually fighting. Even though it was only a Type 7, you're not going to be able to do that against really, you know, decent combat targets. But so long as you can do it against things like Type 7s and Type 9s maybe, just tank the damage through 4 pips into shields. And that's going to be more like real piracy.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
I've got 700,000. There's another 100,000. And a very nice cargo as well. These 5 Imperial slaves that I stole. Easily the biggest score that I've had so far, yeah. 65,000. And I also got indium out of it. So that's almost 75,000, including the Lepidolite, which isn't worth much at all. Just going to sell off this rare artwork too. So that's not bad at all. 80,000 there. It's still not quite the big score, but after seeing how it went against that Type 7, I don't think it's very far away now. I'll catch you in the next one.